Good morning. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Wednesday, the 18th of December. My disclaimer, I did this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I hope you can take some of what I'm doing and learn from it, transfer it to your own charts. I'm not here to issue trading signals. Right, ES. At the moment, yesterday, I've done a post today. I'd have a look at that, looking at those three patterns I was looking at in my post yesterday. And we've got a little level bottom here. It's broken up. Resistance is basically at the weekly pivot. As long as we hold that, there's a pretty good chance we get back to triangle resistance today. And I am leaning bullish today. It's FOMC today, and the consensus seems to be that it is certain, or almost certain, that we're going to see a quarter point cut today. I assume that's from off the from briefings, because I'm not actually seeing any compelling reason why they would cut rates today. It's so on the inflation numbers, the jobs numbers, and the uncertainty coming up next month doesn't seem actually particularly wise. But nonetheless, the consensus seems to be that they're going to do that. That's probably going to release the pressure to the upside on what may well be bull flags on ES, on RTY, and on YM. Looking at NQ, this has been going up throughout, of course. This has been a tech rally. I'm hoping it'll broaden its base a bit to give us a proper center rally, and we will see whether that will happen today. RTY. We had a weak 60-minute buy signal fix. That's now made target. We've got a lovely looking double bottom here. It hasn't broken up yet, but if we can get back over the weekly pivot and monthly pivot, then that will break up. And if it makes target, that would take us through this declining resistance. So we'll see how that goes. YM, 60-minute buy signal fixed. Hasn't reached the possible near miss target yet. Hasn't quite got over declining resistance, but this is a very tight channel. It wouldn't take an awful lot to put us over declining resistance. That might still put us in a bottoming process, which might require a retest, but that would be promising for a break up there as well. On DAX, no current diversions, but we have broken down from this double top here, which I've been watching. We've got targets down here at about the 20.040 to 20.080 area, and it may make those targets, so it's rallying a bit at the moment. ESTX, this still looks like a bull flag for me. All right, let's have a look at the bigger picture charts. Right, the ones I was showing this morning were the 15-minute on SPX, where we've got an RSI 14 buy signal fixed here, and we had a retest low yesterday. This has taken us slightly below triangle support, which I don't particularly like, but there's a nice looking double bottom here that could take us back into triangle resistance. And if the triangle breaks up, this is still a triangle. These highs are higher than this high here. No, actually, it's not. It's slightly lower. All right, I am a little disturbed by making that slight undercutting that slightly yesterday, but nonetheless, if we can get over declining resistance, there's a pretty good chance that we are going to see that retest of the high anyway. We will see, and we've got a nice RSI 14 buy signal on 15 minutes to start the day. On Dia, RSI 14 buy signal fix as well. Very nice channel here. It's a real beauty. It's very tight, and one thing I mentioned on my post yesterday was when something is this tight on the way down, you often see, let's say, a B wave and then a C wave down. So I am wondering whether we might see that, but this could be a bull flag, even if it seems a little narrow by bull flag standards. Not a lot to see on Qs, which have just been heading up really. But looking at Ethereum, looking at IWM, hang on. On IWM, we've got we had an RSI 14 sell signal fix there, and we've got a possible RSI 14 buy signal brewing here. We've got a possible little double bottom and a possible larger double bottom. It's not a bad setup to go up. It really isn't. We'll see what happens today. It may well be the decision is going to be made by FOMC. And we'll see how that goes. All right, looking at DAX. DAX has been retracing a bit. You can see that on the 60-minute, of course. And we're back testing a broken resistance trend line. Could find support there, in which case the double top could just fail back into a retest of the high here at 20.5k. On Nikkei, we're consolidating after this move up into 40.1k. I would like to see this go, and we will see how that goes. Waiting for action there, but if we can get a decent move going, it would be lovely to see a retest of 42.4k. Okay, let's have a look at DX. DX, we are still progressing slowly towards a retest of this high here. I've got that at 107.7, and if we have a the target on the on the index index chart would be in the 108.1 area. DB has almost retested this low. This double bottom has realistically failed at this stage, and I'm expecting to see the retest the low. We're coming back into the lows after a brief bounce yesterday, which made it possible near miss target. Looking at CL, we're still holding the weekly pivot, but as I said, we could be forming a double top here. To head down into the range support that we've been holding over the last couple of months. NG has gone up slightly and is testing the weekly pivot and monthly pivot area. As I've also said, this is on a seasonal downtrend into April. Won't necessarily go down, but the lean is that it will go down. GC has broken under the wedge. Very little happened yesterday. SI, still looking for a retest of this low because the flag has the double bottom has likely failed. HG, I'm still looking for a retest of the low as well. We've made good progress towards that and made this double top target, but we haven't seen that yet. We do have a 60-minute buy signal fixed, and we are rallying a bit. Let's have a look at KC, where the action looks uncertain, but I think the crop failures are probably pointing us in an upward direction. SB is interesting. This has been a very long bullish consolidation that's lasted almost 3 months, and we actually made a significant low there yesterday. Now, it could be that it's going to turn back up from here, but this could be suggesting this is going to resolve down rather than up. I do have a fairly apocalyptic looking head and shoulder scenario forming, and I'm starting to take that more seriously. I'm not expecting that to make target. It's got a target in about the 8 area. If it breaks down and makes target, I'd be very surprised to see that. But at the moment, this is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. On CC, still heading higher. I've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing. ZW, I was talking about a retest this low, and we're pretty close to delivering that. Corn, I'm thinking this could well be an ABC as wheat and soy go a little lower. On soy, we retested the low and haven't stopped there at the moment. No current positive divergence. But we are getting down to a level where we could have a really nice big double bottom on soy. So this is a level where I'm looking for some support. On CT, we've gone back down and we've retested the low there too. This could well be the second low of double bottom. We lost the weak positive divergence that we did have. Looking at lumber, we've got a 60-minute buy signal fixed, and we are seeing a modest rally. We've got a tiny little inverted head and shoulders that is formed here and broken up with a target in the 546 area. On live cattle, 60-minute sell signal is fixed, retracing a bit. I've got a possible, I've got a double top here that's broken down with a target in the monthly pivot area of 187.69. And on lean hogs, still looks like a bull flag forming. Okay, let's have a look at questions and recap. No questions at the moment. Okay, I've talked about this on my post today. I actually managed to get one out today because before the open, because it's FOMC today, and I thought we're at pretty obviously at an inflection point. We've got a little double bottom on ES here, which is broken up with a target really at this triangle resistance, and I'm watching to see if the triangle is going to break up. RTY pattern looks good. Nice looking double bottom here, hasn't broken up yet, but that could take us up and break this declining resistance. And YM is testing the declining resistance, or pretty close to it. If we see breaks up on those today, then we may well see what I would love to see here, which is retests of these highs on RTY and YM, and going higher on SPX and NQ. I've got some targets to the upside. I was talking about those in my post yesterday. That would be good to see. There's a lot of uncertainty about next month, but if FOMC delivers a cut of 0.25% today, that's probably going to hand this to the bulls, and we will see what happens on the upside. All right, I think in the absence. Oh, hang on, wait a second. Yep, my pleasure as always, guys, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, cheers.